Welcome everybody to a new tutorial concerning drum scratching. The now following performance is basically really simple. Important is for this sequence the type of phonetic recording. That means we don't use at this performance only a bass drum and a snare. We use in fact the first quarter of a 4/4 beat. How it sounds can we see in the now following demonstration. I add a hiat over this and I think I play it in a time value of 85 and let's go. Okay, like I said, I'm working with the first quarter of a beat. That means we start with the one beat. In this case, there is a sound placed, an orchestral sound or a saxophone sound, and then after a 1/8 time value follows a kick drum and a snare in direct succession, and it sounds like this here. This type of phonetic recordings can you find actually on every dirt style records. In this case I'm working with the heavy petting vinyl of DJ Qbert, and yeah, like I said, a combination of different segments. At first sound, a saxophone sound or orchestral sound on the one beat, like this, then a bass drum, and then a snare in direct succession. The time value of the entire segment is a quarter and a 1/16. And yeah, I will play now a drum scratching pattern with this type of performance. So, important is for this sequence that I'm working with the crossfader in a way which is similar to the transformer scratch. But, advice, look at the performance. I play only with my thumb. Okay, normally the transformer click, it's like this here with the forefinger, but I use my thumb, and this is another methodology to play a transformer pattern. But the phonetic result is different because when you play it with the thumb it sounds bigger than the transformer variation. I want to demonstrate the phonetic difference. At first I play this pattern with the thumb. And now with the transformer click. And you heard this. The transformer click variation sounds a little bit sharper, a little bit shorter, okay? Try it. It's very interesting. So, but my demonstration is with playing the thumb. You can see this advice over the staff. The lowercase letter D stands for this type of crossfader performance, and the additional sign here, the 1/16 note over the lowercase letter D, represent a given time value. That means I play constantly the crossfader in a time value of a 1/16 with my thumb transformer. So we see right now the record motion pattern without using the crossfader. This is very interesting because you see this is actually really simple. We start from the beginning of the segment, we let the record play, and after the snare we move the record back to the kick drum, and then we play a really simple drum scratching pattern. Okay, the record motion is really simple. We start from the beginning, let the record play completely the entire segment, then follows bass drum snare. After the snare, we move the record to the bass drum, play 2 times the kick drum in shape of ito note. I will show this later, and then we let the record play, the snare follows. And after this, after the last snare, after the 4 beat, we move the record to the start point, and then we repeat the whole pattern. Okay? So now the red marked area shows the first part, and that means, like I said, we start from the beginning. And important is now that we cut the sound in a 1/16 time value. So, and when you play it right, it sounds like this here. We play it now till we arrive the snare. So, and we cut the sound 5 times. Okay? Once again. Once again. Okay, over a hiat. So, and now it's really important to play it rhythmical. And it's a good help to use a hiat, like I do it in the video. Use a hiat of a drum computer or something like that to practice this type of pattern rhythmical. So now we augment our red marked area, and we see after the snare, after this symbol here, this symbol with the additional sign over this represents the snare. We move the record back, okay, in shape of a 1/8. So, and after this we have moves the record back, follows the kick drum, and it goes like this. So once again, we let the record play from the beginning, we cut the sound in a 1/16 time value, and after the snare, we move the record in direct succession back, but not to the beginning. We move the record back to the bass drum, and then we play 2 times. You see this inside the notation indication. 1, 2, ito note, and this is like a reverse baby scratch with the kick drum. Okay? Over a hiat, it sounds like this. So when you got it, the rest is really simple, because we let only the record play after the last ito note, and then follows logic the snare.